Hey guys, welcome to an extremely impromptu video, but I want to show you my cabinet before I start cleaning it, organizing it, all the things. I've just filmed a report, so I've still got my stuff on, and I'm having to do this very quickly because I'm losing light, because it's winter. It is what it is. Long story short, I was supposed to start filming so much earlier today, and my little mic pack that I have, right, comes in two parts. One is stuck to the camera, so I can't show you. The other part is one of these, right, and these little boxes. You normally see influencers clip these onto here, but I actually extend mine, and I have a lav mic plugged into it, which you can do, by the way. I don't know if people know you can do that, but you can. One of the cats pushed it under the sofa, and I've spent 3 hours looking for it, so you can thank them for the lack of light. This is my Ikea cabinet. It is not sexy like everybody else's is. I'm going to be completely honest with you. And a lot of the stuff is literally just rammed in there because I moved it out of the shop very hastily, and I've just sort of slapped stuff in here and I've not even thought about it. I've not even thought about it. I want a really nice cabinet. I want to maybe do something with lights at some point. It used to have lights in, but I'm not using those anymore. You can even see bits of wires, which I will zoom you in. There's loads of just crap in here. It's just not a vibe. So I will be fixing this and making this very nice, but it's going to be a process. But I thought I would show you the reality of it and what I kind of have in it. And hopefully you will not be absolutely disgusted. So I'll open it up because it probably will be a little bit easier to see. There is nowhere else in this house to put this cabinet, by the way. It is in a weird place. This is my hallway leading upstairs. Where I'm facing now, this wall is the massive plant wall. Over here is the kitchen. Very limited. I will now take you through row by row and show you what's what. Okay, so I'm just going to freehand it before I put you back on the tripod. Up here, I have loads of random things. This is what we're working with right now. Where are we? We're here. This is what we're working with. This is about to die on me. That's very good. I need to put new batteries in that. Hopefully they are easy batteries. But that's what we're working with in here. So not amazing, not terrible. I have an array of stuff, obviously, in true Kaylee fashion. I've not trimmed stuff off, just for the sake of this video. But there is some old lighting that I really need to try and remove, because I won't be able to show you this on tripod, but I need to remove all of this stuff. Love that for me. There are some old clips for some old lights that were way too powerful for this, way too expensive as well. I have really lazy jars of stuff. I have gifts that people have given me. I have, well, one of my new plants that I've hauled that I'm waiting to sort out for a soil to pond video. Hopefully it's not dying. It's not doing brilliantly. I won't lie. I've got random water propagations that I've taken from one of my plants in the living room. I've got my oblique that he took a dive, and I think he missed a watering basically when I was ill, because he looks fine now, if you can see in there. But that's kind of what's going on in the top two shelves. Absolute mess. And then at the bottom, it's not good. Look at, honestly, we will get into that, don't worry. But that's what we're working with. It's not great. So, this is a weird ass angle. I don't know how to feel about this angle. So in here, can you see this cabinet? Because you don't really need to see me, you just need to see the cabinet. In here we have a few things. So, this is something that is really concerning me, and I'm honestly, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about it, because there's not enough root, and I don't know how to plant it in a way that might save it. But this here, it's so miserable. This is Anthurium forgetii red spider. And it was going really well. I went on holiday and it was in moss and it got way too dry and the roots died on me, and then I've wetted again and it's not happy with me, obviously. There is no root on it at all. I've still put it into damp moss, but it's kind of in the top because I can't push it down too much. And I'm genuinely just kind of hoping that the death doesn't spread all the way up the plant, but I'm really sad about this, so please pray for this plant because I want it to be good. Next thing, I may as well show you this. This is just a forgetii that was on my shelf, but I moved it because I wasn't quite happy with it there. This needs to just get pulled off. To be honest, this whole plant needs a little bit of work because it's come from the shop, obviously. And if you can see here, if I focus it the same distance as my face, it's just too flimsy. So it does need some work. It needs to be planted lower down, sort it out a bit. So it's in here. Nearly anything in here is probably going to be removed, maybe apart from like 1 or 2 plants. But you get the idea. So I have that and that. This was a gift. This is Monstera acumata. Acuminata, yeah. It looks to be a shingler. And I was gifted cuttings. I have actually just left them. I know that's a bit lazy of me. I have actually just left them. I've left them in there. But it's growing quite nice though, in fairness. They need to have something done with them. I need to find a plank or something. Another gift I got. This one is Monstera Twinsa, I think. I've got some dead root in the bottom there where it's a bit dry. This has grown quite beautifully for me. And it looks pretty cool, look. So that's really quite nice. We like him. He's nice and dark green as well. We do like him, and he's done quite well in the dark, but again, it's a bit obliquery by the looks of it, so it makes sense. Now this is something, this is a little hack that I did. I didn't put drainage in, I've just put kitchen roll in, and then I've put fine, like regular pon over the top of it to see if I can grow this. This is an older leaf. This is the newer leaf, but I really liked what it was doing. So I planted it and I'm hoping to grow it. This is literally just philodendron cream splash. I can't speak today, my goodness. It's philodendron cream splash. Just an experiment really to see how well this kind of thing would work. So that's in there. Again, we've got casualties everywhere. Like this is dirty. It's awful, really. In here, I brought this from the unit. It's got cat hair all over it because it used to be on the kitchen bench and it was just this at the time in this, and it looked really great and it was vibes. Since then, if I've cut something off something, I've sort of stuck it in. Obviously, it's not really been fed. It's ran out of water. Like if it looks terrible, yeah, I'll give you that. I don't know what to do with it really. I don't really have any plans to do anything with it. Probably just gonna leave it, or maybe pot it and put it upstairs or something and grow it differently, because I would actually kind of like to have this mason jar back. I won't lie. What else have I got? Oh, I've totally missed this. Is this dry? Oh yeah, it's kind of dry. Let me pop this in. It's just cuttings of a micans, and I think it's cuttings of regular micans. So I'll probably chuck this out, to be honest, because I don't really need it. I took this for like insurance when I cut my big micans, and I don't need it. It's fine. I'll probably chuck this, because again, I could really use that glass back. So that's fine. I will use it for something else that I've got arriving at some point. This, my parents gave me back. This is a Microsorum Thailandicum that's not doing great because no disrespect to my parents, but it wasn't doing very good when they gave it to me. But I've just lobbed it in the back there. That needs to come out of there and go upstairs, I think, with my original, which I do still have, by the way, which is growing not as blue, but I will update you on it. I'm sorry, my hair is all over the place. I will update you on it when I next do some sort of update video. This, I have to find out what this is. This was gifted to me along with something else I bought that is now dead, and it's really sad. This is apparently, I literally can't say it, Standinera? Kerry? I don't know. It's kind of like a colocasia type vibe. Wait, zoom in on this nicely. That's kind of what it looks like. It's just a little random thing, but I keep them here. So the next shelf, one moment. Again, I mentioned this before, I have these. I don't know whether I keep these or not. I just felt so bad about giving the plant a haircut that was that aggressive. You'll see it at some point in the video, but my cream splash next door had grown so horrible, spindly, these horrible small leaves. So I sort of cut it right back because it had gone through a few underwaterings, and the first few leaves on the vines from the top of the plant, basically it was balding. So I thought, I'm going to cut it back. I'm going to let it grow through nicely. And I thought I'd basically keep some of these to see how they did and then, plant them back in. But I might get sick of it before that. I don't know. I mean, some of these are really nice, but I'm not sure. At the moment, he's just sat there till I figure out what to do. I literally just pulled a glass from the cupboard and thought, no, don't need to think about it. We're not going to think about it. So yeah, this is my wonderful Monstera Siltipicana. That's not looking amazing. I've clearly not got to it quite in time. Does it need more water? Yeah, 2 seconds. I'm going to give it some more water. So yeah, Monstera Siltipicana, that is going to be a beautiful trailing plant when I get to it, but I'm not getting to it yet. This plant here and this plant here, they're actually the same plant, which is quite funny. So this is Anthurium SP Chocolate. I think I've only ever sold 2 of them in my time, because I only ever have one mother plant. This one, I don't know if you can tell if it looks chocolatey, maybe not on camera. Completely appreciate that, to be honest. But it is chocolatey, I promise you. And this is a smaller version of him as well that is growing. They're both in here. Why not? They're a bit precious because I only have 2, but again, I'm probably going to move them more. I mean, it depends. Really, I feel like with this cabinet, I might need to take this shelf out and just have 2 shelves and then 2 lights or something, because I don't know, I'm not enjoying all the anthurium growing like straight towards me. So it is something I need to figure out. I just haven't figured it out yet. This guy's, well, he's not done anything, but that's fine by me. This is Mysterious Dark Boy. Yes, I do still have him, by the way. I get a lot of people saying, oh my God, where is he? He's upstairs. He's fine. He does need a repot and some support, but he's absolutely fine. But this is a small cutting of him. And even when they're young, look, I've got black gloves on, they still look pretty good. They still look pretty good. And he is young, but he's still got a good colour on him. He's done not a lot, but he's fine in the back of there. This here, oh my goodness, I only wish, guys, that this would do something, and it just hasn't. But it hasn't died. This here is the beautiful Philodendron squamiferum blood, or squamicole. No, it's squamicole, I think. It's gorgeous. As you can see, again, black gloves, just so you can see how dark this plant actually is. But it just won't grow. And I've complained about these before. If you get an established plant and it's growing, great. Good for you. Have a great time. Don't cut it. Because I'm telling you now, if you know the secret to propagating this, let me know, because I just don't. I really don't. Again, my oblique was doing better than this. Oh my goodness. It was doing better than this. He has taken a bit of a dive, but a little trim, he should be fine. His new leaves, though, that he's had from being here, I think are these top 3 or 4. Definitely this one, obviously definitely this one. This one, I imagine, it does look very new. The new ones he's given me have been absolutely beautiful, and there's clearly no problems with it. It's just the old ones where he's taken a bit of a dive, but this is my lovely little trellis that I put him against that I did submit to at the time was purely ornamental, but he could do with it being tied to it, to be honest, and I think he might grow a little bit nicer, but he's okay. He's okay. He went a little bit yellowy, but he's all right. He's quite happy in the dark, which is, very, very monstera of him. I said something a while ago on the internet, and I can't remember when it was, and I basically said, I made a comment like, oh, monstera are quite low-light plants, and everyone went ballistic with me. But I do think they are. Every monstera, no, maybe not, but most of them, yeah. In my opinion, yeah. This isn't high light that we're in right now. And they're doing okay. Are they doing brilliantly? No, fine. But they're not doing terribly. This is doing terribly. Oh my goodness. This I just did on a whim. I've ignored it repeatedly. I've not watered it. I've just let it completely be upset with itself, if you can't tell. It hates its life. I don't like it either. I should probably just chop it down and start again and just do loads of cuttings. It's horrible. I think it was sold to be a Scindapsus like tattoo or something, but looking on the internet now, I can't really find that, so I don't actually know what it is. But it would be nice if I could have a nice Scindapsus. Right, the bottom, I might just have to hold the camera for because you're not going to see it. You're not going to see it. But I will take you back down to the bottom now. Ow, the DOMs are so bad from the gym. Right, so first things first, the elephant in the room, this guy, he needs another water. I've not done very well with this. I've not dealt with soil in a while. Obviously, I was also ill. I've done really badly. This, I think, is going to refuse to open. It's been like this a long time. I've completely fucked it, guys. I'll just own up to it. I really have. All of this happened when I was ill. This is what happens when you got plants. And it's a shame because it was very beautiful when I bought it. It was ready to go on a little pole and grow and have a good time. And now it's just screwed, essentially. So I will come up with something to do with that. I'm still going to convert it out to pon, but I think it just needs some feed and some love. So that's, I didn't even say what it was, but I think most people know it's Philodendron Florida Ghost. Anthurium Fairchild that I saved a while ago and popped it in here. I mean, it's just grown so terrible. It really needs to pull up to the light. I'm not very happy with it. So I'll probably move it out of here and put it upstairs and let it grow there. But it's not deteriorated anymore. I mean, it's fine. It's okay, I guess. Back here is, I put a plant in here to basically wait to repot it because I was in a mad rush and I accidentally depotted it doing something and I've left it there. This is how bad it's been. Obviously, it's Philodendron gloriosum variegated. It's growing quite nice in the bottom there, but it's not looking good because it needs nutrients and it needs to be in substrate. So that needs sorting out as well. On top of that, this was just a really nice vine that I think I cut from my Cebu blue that it fell on the floor or something. I didn't repot it that time. So that's just sort of in there, but that will absolutely get sorted out. But generally, like, this is the state of the cabinet. And I guess I just wanted you to see it before I fixed it and made it sexy, so you really understand what a glow up it's going to be. Oh, obviously I whizzed over this, but this is, you should have seen this on videos. It's done all right, you know. This is my wonderful variegated Adansonii on its lovely little curly pole. It's done okay. There's a bit of crispiness, but it's fine. It's really, really fine. It's done quite nice, and I do think it's going to grow, hopefully, quite nicely. It's got a new leaf there that's come in. There are 2 growth points on this. There's one like there and there. It's hard to see on this because obviously I have tried to arrange it in a way where it just obviously looks its best. But that's what it looks like. So hopefully it still grows nice. I might cut this. I said I wouldn't mind it reverting. I might cut this, or what I might do is I have more of this upstairs and some of it's longer. So I might actually repot this again and make it even better and put it in a bigger pot depending on the root situation. I think it could look really pretty down here, being like a really big Adansonii. So still the same pole, but just maybe like something this size, because I have like 3 or 4 of these. So I might do that next video. They might be a bit crunchy, a bit burnt. You know, let's put a pin in it and find out. So that is the state of my cabinet. Is it bad? Yeah, it's horrific. It is actually horrific. I promise you it wasn't always this bad. It really wasn't. It's a combination of holiday, things not really recouping, and then being ill has absolutely, see, I still want to cough, absolutely balked my plants. It's not been good. It's really not been good.